Hello, ladies. Years ago, my husband encouraged me to do what it took to be happy at home. When we first got married, he said, I know you're going to be at home most of the time, and so you need to make it how you like it. If there's something that needs to be done that I can help you with, let me know. But create the home, decorate it, do what you want in order to make it a pleasant place so that life at home is desirable to you. And I believe that that concept is what creates contentment, to make the home a place that you want to be. And when my children were growing up, we created life for ourselves. We created a library for ourselves. We created a music room and a sewing room, and we created a kind of atmosphere through lovely furnishings and lovely meals and things that we would have liked to have done if we had been somewhere else. So eventually, home became the place where we were the most content, where we were the happiest. We knew that we would be left alone. We could contentedly read a book. We could contentedly pursue some sewing project or some interest that we had, and not be rushed. And that is one of the worst things that causes discontentment, is to be rushed and to be hurried. I can't remember my own mother ever rushing through anything. When she swept the floor or when she washed the dishes, it was a steady pace, and she often hummed and sang, and this was a part of her life. She enjoyed her day. So these are just a couple of things that you can do for creating contentment and a sense of well-being at home. And another thing would be to make sure that you take regular breaks. Have yourself a nice cup of tea, and as you can see, I have picked a cup that matches my house dress today. And dress up if you want to. Now, I'm not saying wear really fancy clothes, but to dress a little better makes the contentment easier. And so I've heard and read a lot about contentment, and I find it very difficult to understand, and I think people get it wrong. Contentment doesn't mean to be happy the with things that are not right, or to accept every single thing, but it just means to be happy inside of yourself, whatever the circumstances, and even as you work yourself out of bad circumstances, or even as you improve your life. Contentment doesn't mean you can't improve your life. It doesn't mean that you can't desire if you're a young woman and you're not married, it doesn't mean that you can't desire and plan to get married someday. It doesn't mean that you can't hope for a house and draw pictures of your house plans and that sort of thing. Contentment just means no matter what the circumstances, your happiness comes from within. And so in our family, we encouraged everyone to make life as they would like it at home. And so that is a great source of contentment. I would also like to encourage everyone who's at home to be sure to take regular breaks and take care of yourself, to rest, to pursue some kind of artistic recreation, which means recreation, whether it be art or sewing or some creative thing, some favorite thing, and to be creative as much as you can, to take regular time out for that. So I hope today that this has been a needed message, and stay away from too much negative information and negative thought. Doesn't mean that you can't know uh, what uh, what people are saying or what other things are going on, but if you want to feel this deep, settled contentment, you can't pay too much attention to what's going on somewhere else. The home is where you need to concentrate and put all of energy into, and not worrying too much about things that are not your business. So today, I hope today that you will be practice creating, making your home a place you want it to be by putting the things in it you like, arranging it the way you like, putting the atmosphere in that you like. And you can learn a lot of things from books and magazines about this, or just going back to the way that your family did it when you were growing up. And uh, and uh, contentment is something that is a feeling of well-being, no matter what the circumstances. So even though you might not be in the best circumstances, doesn't mean that you will be content to stay in that circumstance. You hope to get out of that circumstance and to things to get better, but you can still feel content as you work your way out of some of these problems. So until I see you again, God bless you, and be sure to leave a comment. Thank you. Goodbye.